A former fire chief decides to attack allegedly an airline worker, has not been arrested. Here's the video. We're going to roll that one more time. We're going to do a replay. Put up the picture full mask. This is a retired fire chief from Maryland. He was arrested on charges of assault and disorderly conduct after allegedly cold cocking a United Airlines gate agent. A vicious blow that dropped the unsuspecting man to the floor. Keep that picture up. On Glenwood, we would say you got snuck. Okay, it's a cowardly action. The individual is not engaged in mutual combat. He's engaged in basically a sneak attack because he's likely afraid of what will happen in a mutual combat scenario. The violent episode took place on March 13th in a suburban Washington, D.C. This was at Dulles International Airport. 54-year-old Christopher Stuart Crittenden sucker punched an uniformed agent at a Gate D12. As a bystander captured the entire thing on camera. The victim, not so far identified by authorities, had to be taken to a local hospital by the Metropolitan Washington Airports Authority, Fire and Rescue. That's according to Fox 5 DC. As a wave of passengers poured out of Gate D12 from a recently landed flight, the former fire chief was about to step into the flow of foot traffic when the agent stepped in his path, seemingly to ensure the others could exit safely. At that moment, the video captures the former fire chief placing his left hand on the agent's right shoulder while throwing a brutal right hook to his jaw, sending the agent's legs out from under him and slamming him into the carpet. It's unclear what the agent said to the former fire chief before he was punched. United Airlines has since blacklisted the chief, banning him from any future flights. Put up Brian Bryant. The VP for the Airline Workers Union released a statement, quote, "Our members deserve a workplace where they can focus on providing excellent customer service, not one where they fear being attacked by passengers. This latest incident is yet another example of the unacceptable rise in violence against frontline airline workers, and immediate action is needed to address it." Now, the union will tell you that they have had this issue for a while, and they've been fighting and advocating for their members, and by proxy others who even just work at airports in general, because of security. Now, security seems to be plentiful at an airport because you got law enforcement there a lot. However, when these incidents happen to those who work there, especially at these pivotal places, you do not have that level of security. They would like to have that level of security, especially given the rise in violence, and I stand with them in that recommendation. All right, Sharon, hell of a thing. You're just doing your job. You're protecting both individuals, to be frank. Protecting the former fire chief from being stampeded by a group that's coming out and making sure that there's no entanglement with them. He then gets sucker punched.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what he is, a sucker. I knew who we were dealing with when I saw that little toothbrush mustache thing at the top of his head. Okay, and meanwhile, here I am talking. People are accusing me of trying to be Daryl Hannah and splash. I'm going to go back to me. It's fine, Doc. I don't mind it. But this is a real jerk and a sucker. I'll say it again, because here you are hurting a frontline worker, which the airline workers you pointed out are, and they get this all the time. For some reason, people think when they decide to board or deplane or whatever, or on board, that they can just treat these people like that. It's just despicable.
Yeah, it really is. And then to think this individual recently served in a high level capacity in government. He's in charge of the people and your safety, all right? Very ironic. We'll bring you updates as it develops.